I've been asked to make an OIV tutorial. I did do one before I shut down my YouTube channel. So first of all, you need to get OpenIV package manager. You will find it at GTA5.mods. So just package. It's a strange old search manager. This is. There are OpenIV package creator. That's what we need. Not too sure if I've actually got it, so I'm going to download it on this new computer of mine. So I'm going to download it just to make sure I've actually got it somewhere. Open up show folder. Oh, working on it. What's going on? Here we go. Package create. And I think I'll find I've probably got it in patches and programs anyway. Now package. That's the editor. Go back to downloads. Creator, and there's a creator exe, so run that on your computer. I've already got it, so there we go. So we've got the options there, so I do have it on this computer. Yes, yes, I want to cancel it, thank you. Delete all that lot while I'm here. Anyway, so that's that. So then we go down here and find open package. It's around somewhere. KLMNO. Now open package create. I used to have a shortcut for it actually. It's on start. It's on my start. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it opens up like this. Click OK. Forget all that. It's never going to be updated again. It never has done. Make sure you've got Grand Theft Auto 5 and basically call it what you want. So we're going to do tutorial 1. It's version 1 and it will be stable. So we can't click create yet, nowhere near it. So you go through these, you need to have an author. All this other lot says optional because it's optional. Description for AVS Potter. Optional description is optional. License free to use. No clans allowed or some sort of rubbish like that. Then you go to design, so you can change colours or whatever you want here. Nice ludicrous colours. There we go. Could have an Irish green, I suppose. Good old Irish green. There we go. There you go. And then you go to the files bit. Now this is the bit where it all gets not easy, not hard. So the best way of doing it is to actually have a folder open, or just do it on your desktop would be the best bet really. So unless you know it, I've got them all on different places. I've got files for the actual cars or whatever you're doing, cars, pets, or even scenery, whatever you're putting in. You want them in a folder. You need them in a location to tell it later. This is what you need to copy into the OIV. So just make a temporary folder if you like, and we can put OIV, or just name whatever OIV files. I better make them root files. Call them root files. Otherwise, you can think they're actually. So you do that. So for argument's sake, we will now go to my vehicles, and we'll go to ELS vehicles. Okay. Now we'll do the example with an ambulance. Why not? So we have British Gamer 88's ambulance here. There's the models there. Irish version here. So you can drag them into this folder here. And like I say, I'm doing it this way around because, well, there's two ways around. I'll show you in a minute actually. So that's in there like that. Next thing you need to do is open up OpenIV. Because this will tell you the routing. You do learn them and you remember them. So you need to position this so that you can flick from one to another. So you cover that over there, put that over here. Control and F3 to bring up the search facility. And then we are going to go to, make it a little bit bigger so you can see the routing. Okay, open up our, let's go back to the desktop. Open up our root files, so that's okay. So we go back to OpenIV and search one, OpenIV and that one, then the search one over the top. Now these are the files here, so we bring this over this way as well and go back to, it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. So we go to that one, there we go. So we want ambulance, so ambulance, lower dash high, searching in the mod folder, because that's where you want the OIV to place it. It will give the option to, if you make it for the mods folder, if someone wants to install it into their games folder, that's fine by them. So there we have ambulance. So we just go to ambulance, there we go. Open up the search thingy again and say stop. So here is your routing. This is what you need to tell the OIV creator to say where it's going. Root is your GTA folder. So that's fine. So, for argument's sake, this is Grand Theft Auto 5. So that's that there. Then you're going to tell it to go to your mods folder, which is that there as well. And then the first RPF file is 64E. So here we have up here is to remove something you've done wrong. This is your archives, which are RPFs, are archives, and that's your files. And this is to add a new folder. So we're going to do this one first, and we'll do it with this system with the files in a separate folder. I don't do that because I've got the files on my hard drive. So download the vehicle you want to make and put it somewhere and remember where you put it. So the first thing we do is 64E. So we open up that and we type. And this is where you got, if you type it wrong, you've snookered without knowing it. It doesn't tell you. So it's 64E.RPF and then click submit. And there you go. Then we highlight that because that's the next thing. So we now need to go to a folder called levels. If you go through installing it, if you've already installed the vehicle, it's best if the vehicle is already installed because you will see that it is a folder. So you then hit the folder and type in levels. Hit the tab key. Hit the return key, it makes it a little bit quicker, down one arrow to levels, and we now need another folder that says GTA 5. So we then hit the folder again, so if you leave the cursor there, you can speed it up a little bit. So we then type GTA 5, tab, return key, down one. But this time we don't want a folder, we now want another archive, RPF. We then type vehicles .rpf, not comma. If you type it wrong, you snooker, tab and return, and that's in there. And it will not tell you that you've made a mistake. It's not a brilliant program. Put my heating back on. It's bloody cold in here tonight. Anyway, it's not a brilliant program, so all it'll tell you is when you've made it is that it's failed to install and you've got to start all over again. And one word of warning, if you cock up an RPF, remove doesn't work, doesn't do it. You've got to start again. So take your time and make sure you put dots and not commas. So now this is where we need to put the ambulance in now. The ambulance has got to go in vehicle So we then got to tell it. So we then go to Files, and up comes this lovely little window, and we've got it on the desktop in this case. And we open up root files, and then you've got to do them one at a time. It will not allow you to select multiples. Unfortunately, it'd be nice if that was an update. So start at the top, double click, and there you go. Okay, and then we go to File again. Don't have to come down one like you did before, and then you add another one because you're adding it into here. You're not adding it into here, you're adding it into the RPF. And then come back down to this one, and then we got the last one. So we've got 3 there. So that's how you do just the basic GTA 5. The route, the 64E, where a lot of the vehicles are. So now we are going to go and put, for argument's sake, we are now going to put, we'll put a helicopter in Polmav, which is in patch day 3. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you don't know the locations, just use GTA 5 to find the location, OpenIV to find the locations. It's a strange old search thing now. It used to just pop up, but if I click stop now, it will show it. Quirky. It's since the update, could be my computer, I don't know, I just live with it. So it's telling me mine's in patch day 3. I've still only used patch days 1 to 10. Why people are using patch day 26, or God knows whatever else for vehicles, I don't know. But anyway, so this is slightly different now because we're going outside. We're doing the mods folder, but we're going to update 64, download patch day 3, download RPF, X64 levels. So it gets a little bit more complicated. Highlight it so you make sure you're still on the same one. So we go back up here to a new folder. Hang on, go back to root. Sorry, go back to root first. New folder. Nearly cocked that up completely. So we've got a new folder, and the first folder is, after the mods folder, is update. So we go to update. So you're now telling it to go hit tab key, hit the return key. I like the update. So you're telling it to go to updates folder. Next one you want to do it is tell it to go to the X64 folder. Tab, return, and it's gone down there. One down arrow. If you leave your cursor there, it makes it a little bit quicker. Then we need to go to the download packs, DLC packs folder. DLC packs. Make sure you type it right. Don't leave the S off. Tab. Down arrow 1 to that. Next one is a patch day 3 folder. Don't forget the NG at the end of it. So it's patch day 3 NG. Tab, return key, and there we have. So we've gone 4 folders now. Next one is an archive, RPF. So we then click archive, and we put DLC, download contact dot RPF. Tab, return key, and now we're back to folders again. So in the download contact RPF archive, we've now got to go to X64, tab, return key, down 1 arrow, click again with the mouse, levels. You'll get to know these off by heart if you're doing a big one. Okay, and then GTA 5 is the next one, so mouse click again. GTA 5, not V, but 5. Tick, bonk, down to GTA 5. Remember to move it down to where you're adding it, and then we're going into the vehicles RPF. So we're back to archives again, and we type vehicles.rpf. Tab, and then come down here. Now, I've not got it in that folder. It's somewhere else on my computer, isn't it? Whoops. So we come down here, and we now need to say add Polmav. So we need to go to my external hard drive, to my vehicles, and it's a non-ELS vehicle. So we open that up. And somewhere down here are 135 Hilo. The other one is there, and it's 4 files. So we double click the first one, go to File, double click the second one, go to File. Basically what you're doing is you're adding where when it creates it, it's going to read from this bit on your computer. Oh, hang on. So let's do the third one. Doesn't matter if you add it more than once. So anyway, so I've added that more than once. It will still work. Thought I had. Never mind. This is a tutorial. So we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've added it twice. It doesn't matter. So when you leave it out, you cock it up. So now that's that. So now you've got an OIV. So what I suggest you do is the vehicles you're going to add, if they're all going in the 64E, make this a really long entry. Don't keep chopping and changing. It will work. So make this a really long entry. So divide your vehicles. Learn where your vehicles are going. So most of the vehicles go in 64E, apart from, oh, blimey, FBI 2, Sheriff 2. But you get to know where your vehicles are. You could do one entry for each vehicle. It'll be a longer OIV if you don't know where they are. So for instance, if we think, oh shit, I now want to put the van in here. So we go back up to root, new folder, and it's going to be the same as this one. Sorry, it's not going to be a new folder. It'll be the same as this one. So it'll be, so we're back to root, new RPF, and we want X64 E.RPF. So say take your time. So now down here, right at the bottom, I've told it to go back to there. And we then now need to go to exactly the same routing, which will be levels GTA 5 vehicles RPF. So we now go new folder, levels. So you forgot the S. Down one, new folder, GTA 5. Then it's vehicle RPF. So then we go to vehicles dot RPF, and then down one, and then we tell it what files to add. So we now need to go to, I don't need that up anymore. Now I need to go to my computer and find a van, ELS. Let's go to my new Garda fleet. That's where I've got everything in there. 2015 van. And there we have that one goes in. Then we go back to file again, and it'll take you back where you are. That one goes in, and then we've got that one goes in. So now we've got, it's going to put in an ambulance for me in GTA X64E. It's going to put a helicopter in. See, that's a long routing, and please don't cock it up with a full stop. You'll get an error message when you come to install, and it'll completely cock everything up. And then after that, you just click create. Simples. Do all the other stuff first and the design, and then you just call it tutorial and pick a location where you want to save it. So I'm going to save it onto the desktop and click save, and it's pretty quick. There we go. That's how quick it is. So we then close everything down, and now I've got a tutorial OIV here. So I can now delete that. I don't need that anymore. So now when you come to install it, you literally, obviously, oh, wrong one, crap. Open IV. Come on. You can open. Try again. There we go. Edit mode. Tools, Package Installer, Desktop, Tutorial, Open, and there we go, green, the right color. Buy, what's the name? Click Install, and it'll give you the option then of where you want to install it. I'm not going to install it because it's going to cock up my freaking game setup. So there you go. That's how you do an OIV. Simple as that. Thanks for watching.